Very good morning, everyone. We will wait for 2 3 minutes, then we will start our session. Okay, so we will start with today's session. So, is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, yesterday we will discuss about. I think more is coming. Uh, we are discussing about the segment, and as well as we will also discuss the derivation of the induced torque equations, that means alternative induced torque equations. Okay, so how the current in the loop that will produce a magnetic flux density v loop, okay, and as well as the stator magnetic flux density vs, okay, and what will be the relationship between the v loop and the vs. Okay, so that thing we will discuss in the previous lecture. Okay, and we will also discuss about the factors, okay, which will be different factors related to the induced torque in any such kind of real machine. Okay, so we are also will consider the four different factors which will be associated with the induced torque for any such kind of real type of machine, okay, or for designing any real such kind of machines. So that thing. And we are also discussed in the previous lecture that there's some correlations between the stator magnetic field and the rotor magnetic field, and what are the different questions that will arise due to the rotating magnetic field. Okay, so that thing we will discuss in the previous lecture. So we are arising the two different question, okay, for that. Okay, so today we will briefing on the rotating magnetic field. Right, so how the rotating magnetic field that will be emphasizing on the particular alternating current machines. Right, so we will strictly go to the share section so that we will you will able to see what will be the today's topic. Yes, is my screen is visible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So today we will discuss about today we will discuss about the rotating magnetic field, right? Today we will discuss about the rotating magnetic field, right? So in this section we are considering the two magnetic field which will be developed due to the stator and as well as the rotor. That means if one magnetic field that will produced by the stator, okay, of a AC machines, so another one that will produce another magnetic field that will produced by the rotor of the machine. So we can say that the a torque that will induced inside the rotor, which will be causes due to the rotor turns and also the alignment of a rotor windings itself with the stator magnetic field, right? So in such a cases the stator magnetic field that can be rotate. So the fundamental principle of a AC machine, that will be what will be the fundamental aspects, fundamental operational principle. So suppose if I considering a three phase set of current, okay, and each will be in a equal magnitude and the which will be differing in phase with a 120 degree, as I already told you in the previous lecture, okay, which will be flow in the three phase winding, then it will produce a rotating magnetic field for the constant magnitude, right? So the three phase winding consists of a three separate winding which will be spaced 120 electrical degree, okay, apart around the surface of the machines. Okay, so we are considering the three different windings, okay, and all the windings that will be 120 electrical degree apart from the surface of the particular machines, right? So first I have to draw the diagram for that, okay, for understanding the concept of a rotating magnetic field. That means we are applying the set of the current to the status side, okay. So what will be the specific at a specific instant of a time, we have applied a set of current to the particular stator, okay, and we have to assume that the current in the three coils having some equations. So using the three equations, we have to justify the rotating magnetic field, right? So the rotating magnetic field concept, it will be very much simplest case by a some empty stator containing just three coil apart from the 120 degree electrical degree, okay. So since these were windings that will produce only one north and the one south magnetic pole, so for that case we are considering the two pole windings. One is a north pole, another one is a south pole, okay. So first we have to draw the figure of a simple three phase stator. How could it is look like, okay. So if I draw this, so I have to draw these things first, then I will show you. Okay. So suppose I have, 1 second. I go to paint section so that the round part we will accumulate. Give me 1 minute. I will go to the paint. Yes. So I will stop my sharing. The paint section is visible to you? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. Some of them are still coming. Okay. So first I have to draw the diagram for that. Okay, so we have choosing. Okay. So now we have a lines. We have a lines with this here also. Okay. So now we have concentrating on a simple three-phase stator. Okay, the current in the stator are assuming a positive if they flow into the unprimed end and out from the primed end of the particular coils. Okay, so uh, now we have to draw a inner diagram. Okay, so inner diagram I will draw using a brush. Okay, can I draw this? Yes. Okay. So yes, yes. Okay. So here also we have to draw like this. So this will be the coils which we'll have with us. As we are drawing the three-phase stator, so total six segments that will there, right? Okay. So suppose uh, this is my figure A and this is my figure B, right? Uh, and the coil that supposed to be, this will be my A dash. This is my A. Okay. This will be my B. This will be my B dash. This is my C. This is my C dash. Again, there also, this will be my A dash. This will be my A. This will be my B dash. This will be B. This will be C. And this will be C dash. Okay. So this particular figure A, which will consist a simple three-phase stator. Okay, it's a called actually, साइज को थोड़ा छोटा कर देते हैं. It's actually the diagram for the simple, no, आउटलाइन को थोड़ा बड़ा करना है. Simple three-phase stator. Okay, and in this particular diagram we have draw later on the magnetizing intensity vectors, right? So what will be the magnetizing intensity vectors that will be produced by the current flow through this particular each and every coils? So we have a coils of supposed to be a dash coil, we have a coil of B dash coil, we have a coil of C dash coils. So three phase coil we are considering, right? So in this particular cases, now we have to assume that the current in the three phase coils are given in the following equations. So each and every windings having a current that will flow. Okay, so in this a dash coil, okay, so we can know that in a dash coil, so suppose the current in this particular coil we are considering the small I, a dash, small I a dash at a particular instant of a time. Okay, particular instant of a, for this particular coil we are considering the current that will be b dash at a particular time interval. Okay, and in this particular coil we are considering the current flow that will be c dash at a particular time interval t. Right. So we have to assume that the current in the three-phase coil are giving using a following equations. Right. So what are the equations we will consider for that cases? So the current in the coil A dash that will flow, the current in the coil A dash that will flow into A end, that will flow into the A end, okay, to the coil and out the a dash end of the coil. So that will produce a magnetic flux because through this particular coil, through this a dash coil, okay, so the current that will flow is this one. So due to the flow of the current, so the magnetic field intensity that will generated, right? So for that cases, what will be the equations? That means we have write the correct equations for that. Okay, so what will be the equations? So equations, the number one equation says uh, I of a dash at a certain instant t, okay, that is equals to Im sine of omega t ampere. Okay, so suppose this is my equation 1. Okay, so the second equation is The second equation is I of b dash at a certain instant of a time, that is equals to Im, that means total magnetizing current, sine of omega t minus 120 120 electrical degree, because each and every winding that is will be located at a 120 degree 120 electrical degree phase shifts. Okay, so number 3 equation, current equation we will considering, that means I c c dash at a certain instant of a time, that is equals to कितना होगा बोलो, I m total magnetizing current sine of ओमेगा टी माइनस कितना होगा, टेल मी.
240 degrees.
Yes, 240 degree. Okay, sine omega t minus 240 degree. Okay, so these are the three equations. So this will be the unit ampere. Okay, so this is my equation 1. This equation is my equation 2, and this equation we will considering the equation 3. So the current in the coil A dash, the current in the coil A dash, that will flow into the A end of the coil, and the current will out from A dash at the end of the coil. So due to this flow of the current, it will produce the magnetic field intensity. Okay, so the magnetic field intensity, we can say, we will choosing the another color. Okay, so the magnetic field intensity, we can say, the magnetic field intensity, okay, which will be defined by the h of a dash at a certain instant of a time, right? So this will be defined by the HAAT. Okay, so magnetic field intensity, it will be defined by this for the particular coil A dash. Okay, so what will be the equation for the magnetic field intensity? Okay, so equation for the magnetic field intensity for only this particular coil A dash coil, so that will be H of A dash at a particular time instant, that is equals to HM sine of omega t. This means the total magnetizing field intensity Hm sine of omega t at an angle of 0 degree. I told you why this particular term that will come. Okay, so this will be the ampere, unit will be turns per meter. Okay, so this is the equation for the magnetic field intensity due to the flow of the current through this A dash coil, right? Okay, so in this particular cases, so if I will draw the vector representation of this magnetic field intensity, so how we are representing in this particular part, okay, in this particular stator field. Okay, because this will be, we are know that it's a simple three phase stator, and we will draw a vector representations for that. Okay, so we can say that for the coil of A dash, the magnetic field intensity we will considering H of A dash at a certain instant of time A. For the coil of B dash, what will be my magnetic field intensity? H of B dash at a certain instant of time T. So at the coil C dash, okay, so what will be my magnetic field intensity? C dash at a certain interval of time T. Okay, now we have to draw these things. Okay, because this all those intensity that will be 120 electrical degree apart, 120 electrical degree apart. Okay, so if I draw these things, so how could I draw this? Sorry. If I draw, so first I have to choose this one. This will be, suppose, the midpoint. From midpoint to this, we are considering one. Okay. So this will be my x-axis, z-axis, and this. Okay. So this particular things we are considering. This will be the y-axis. This will be my x-axis, and this will be my z-axis. Okay. So in the x-axis, we are considering the a dash coil. Okay. So the intensity vector, magnetic field intensity vector, that will be treated in the x-axis. Okay. So this will be my h of a dash t. Okay, the correspondingly, the magnetic flux that will generate due to the flow of the current in between the coil A dash. Okay, so magnetic flux that will generate, it will be called B A dash at a certain interval of time t. So it should be considered as B A dash to t in the x-axis. Okay, so this will be y-axis, and for that, so 120 degree, 120 electrical degree apart from the x-axis. So it will be draw like this. Okay, okay. So this will be my 120 degree electrical degree. Okay, and this particular axis that will be considered, okay, as a h of bb dash t. Okay, and correspondingly, what will be the magnetic flux? That means b dash t. Okay, and in this axis again there will be 120 degree electrical degree. So for that cases, this will be my h of c dash t, and what will be the corresponding magnetic flux? C dash t. Okay, so this is actually the magnetizing intensities we are draw. Okay, so the magnetizing intensities that will produced by the each coil. Each coils means each and every coil. A dash coil, B dash coil, and the C dash coils. Okay, so we are see over here that the magnetizing intensity that will produced by the A dash coil, A dash coil, B dash coil, and the C dash coil. Okay, so each coil we have to show. So and in this particular figure, I will again draw the magnetizing intensity vectors. Okay, so what will be the magnetizing intensity vector along the axis of x if I will only choose the coil A dash? So for that cases, we will choosing only the intensity vectors, right? Intensity vectors along the A dash coil. Okay, so suppose this will be the midpoint. We are drawn these things. Okay, so this will be the axis we will considering. Okay, so if I will considering, this will be my the x-axis. So the intensity vectors. Okay, so in the intensity vectors, the magnetizing intensity vectors, we can say that HAA dash T, the magnetizing intensity vectors, okay, that will produced by the current flow in the coil of A dash, right? So the magnetic intensity vectors, it will be this, okay, along with the x axis. Okay, so magnetic intensity vectors we will considering, this will be t. Okay, so if I choose the b dash, if I will choose the b dash, so for that cases my magnetic intensity vectors, that will be in this particular axis. Okay, so this will be my h of b dash t, that will be 120-degree electrical degree. Okay, so if I will choose the magnetic intensity vectors at a coil c dash, right? So for that cases, so here we will considering the magnetic c dash at this. Okay, so all those things, it's 110 electrical degree apart. Okay, so this particular figure, the B figure, that will be signify the magnetizing intensity vectors, magnetizing intensity vector, okay, of H of A dash T, okay, produced by the current flow, produced by the current flow in a coil A dash. Okay, so same like this. Okay, so H of B dash T, that will produce by the current flow in a coil B dash, and again from there H of C dash T, that will produce by the current flow in a coil of C dash. Okay, so what will be my equations? That means what will be the magnetic field intensity equations for that, for the coil A dash? So I already told you that H of A dash T, that is equals to Hm, total magnetizing intensity of a particular field, sine of omega t at an angle 0 degree, ampere turns per meter. Okay, so this will be my equation. Okay, so from this equation, where the 0 degree is come, the 0 degree is actually the spatial angle of the magnetic field intensity vectors. Okay, so here you will see that this particular, this will be in lies with the x-axis, right now. Okay, this particular vector, that will be in lies with the x-axis. If I will considering the y-axis also, if I will show you that this will be the my y-axis, this will be my y-axis, right? Okay, so this particular vector h of a dash t, okay, so that will be in lies with the x-axis, so that is why it will be 0 degree apart. Okay, so 0 degree is actually the spatial angle of the magnetic field intensity vectors at an axis of x. So the direction of the magnetic field intensity vectors h a dash t is given by the right-handed rule. Okay, so this will be the magnitude. Okay, so if I will finding the direction of h a dash t, so what will be the direction? That will follow the right hand rule. Right hand rule means if a finger of the right hand curl in the direction of the current flow of the coil, then the resulting magnetic field is in the direction of the thumb points. So that is actually the rules of the right hands. Okay, and you have to also be note that the magnitude of the magnetic field intensity vectors, the magnitude means the magnitude. That means we are considering this particular magnitude. That means h of a dash t. That is actually the sorry. That is actually the magnitude. Okay, so for you have to also be noted that the magnitude of the magnetic field intensity vector that will vary sinusoidally with the time. Okay, but the direction of the HAAT, okay, is always constant. Okay, it's always constant according to the rule of the right hand. Okay, so similarly, the magnetic field intensity vectors HBB dash T and the HCC dash T are. So what will be the equation for that? Okay. What will be the equation for the HBB dash T? What will be the magnetizing field intensity equations for the coil BB dash and for the coil CC dash? Can anyone told?
Sir, 120 degree apart and 240 degree apart.
Yes. तो इक्वेशन क्या होगा मेरा?
Sir,
इक्वेशन
in
क्या
place
होगा?
of sir, in place of 0 degree, sir, B would be 120 degree and C would be
Yes.
240 degree.
यस यस. सो यहाँ पे हम लोग ड्रॉ कर दे रहे हैं. ठीक है. सो एच ऑफ बी बी डैश टी, that is equals to the equation that I have written. Okay, so total magnetizing Hm sine of omega t minus 120 degree. Okay, so that will be the ampere turns per meter. Okay, and in case of a HCC dash t, HCC dash t, that is equals to Hm sine of omega t minus 240 degree. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but we have to consider the angle also over here. This will be 120 degree apart angle. This will be angle of 240 degree angle apart ampere turns per meter. Okay, so that is actually the three equations, magnetic field intensity vectors. Okay, so these are actually the magnetic field intensity vector for the coils of CC dash. Okay, so for the coil of this CC dash coil. Okay, so this will be the magnetic field intensity equations for the coils of B dash. Right, so we can say that the flux density resulting from this magnetic field intensity, so what will be the flux densities? Can anyone told if we have a three equations? So suppose I have to omit this one. Okay, I have to go to the new things also, don't save. Okay, so if I will so what will be the equations for the first equation for the coil of h a dash? So h of a dash t, that is equals to hm sine of omega t at an angle 0 degree ampere turns per meter. Okay, h of b dash t, that is equals to hm sine of omega t minus 120 degree at an angle 120 degree apart. That will be the ampere turns per meter. H of c dash t, that is equals to the hm sine of omega t minus 240 degree, sorry, this one 240 degree electrical apart ampere turns per meter. So this will be the three equations we are considering. Okay, magnetic field intensity for the three different coils. Okay, for the three different coils, or the we can say it's a three phase coil, right? Okay, so what will be the flux density? Okay, so what will be what will be the flux density resulting from from these three from these three magnetic field intensities. Okay, so that will be given by how? So what will be the flux density? The flux density we will considering as a B, magnetic flux density. So what will be the equation? B is equal to mu of H. Is it or not? Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ये याद है ना, ये machine 1 में पढ़े थे. The DC machines also, so equation is there. Okay, so for that case, if this will be the my generalized equation for the magnetic flux density, magnetic flux density. Okay, so for the three coils, what will be the magnetic flux density at a coil A dash? So magnetic flux density at a coil A dash, magnetic flux density, short from में लिखें MFD. Okay, for the coil A dash, that will be BE A dash T, that is equals to what? The total magnetizing Bm sine of omega t at an angle 0 degree, same thing. Okay, so suppose this is my equation 4. Okay, so for the coil of B dash, what will be the magnetic field density? Tell me, कितना होगा?
Bm sin omega t
Bm sine
minus
omega t, sorry,
and
omega t minus 120 degree
20 degree
into
at an angle
120 degree
120
apart.
degree.
So this is my equation 5. Okay, and for the coil of C dash, it will be very interesting if we will understand. Okay, so the Bm, it's purely equation based, sine of omega t minus 240 degree, so at an angle 240 degree apart. So this is my equation 6. Okay, where we can say where we can say that the Bm is actually the mu of Hm. Okay, the current and their corresponding flux densities can be examined by a specific time to determine actually the resulting of the magnetic field in the stator side. Okay, so these are the equations you have to remember. Okay, so suppose these equations you have to remember for these are the three equations you have to remember for that. Okay, these are the three equations you have to remember for the problem statement. Okay, these equations also and these equations also. Okay, so we can say that the current and the corresponding flux. Current is actually what? Current of A dash T, B dash T for the coil B and the C dash, sorry, C dash T. So the current and their corresponding flux. Okay, densities can be examined at a specific time. So that's why we are considering the this T. Okay, at a specific time to determine the resulting net magnetic field. Okay, in the stator segment. Right. So for example, same as the previous one. ठीक है. So suppose if I will considering this thing. So ये वाला मेरा round shape था. Okay, so in this axis we will considering the x, in this axis also we will considering the magnetizing intensity vectors, and in the same axis we will also considering the b of a dash t. Is it or not? Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for that cases, what will be Why it should 0? Because it will be lies in the same axis. That means, for example, the omega t at a time, omega t, that will be equals to 0 degree. So the magnetic field from the coil A dash, so the magnetic field for the coil A dash will be, so suppose if it is 0, so B of A dash, that is equals to 0. Is it or not? Is it or not? Yes, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then tell me, for the B dash, what will be the magnetic field from the coil B dash? So what will be my B of B dash? Tell me. And what will be the equation for the coil BCC dash? Tell me the equations. Then we have to finding out the total magnetic field from the three coils, and together we will accumulate the B net. Okay, that means our main objective is we have to finding out the B net. Okay, so that is equals to B A dash plus B dash plus B of C dash. So that is my main motto. So, okay. So if A dash, that is equals to 0. So in the coil of B dash, okay, what will be the magnetic field from the coil B dash, and what will be the equation for? Yeah. Yes. So what will be the for BCCC dash? बोलो इक्वेशन क्या होगा? टेल मी. कोई तो रिप्लाई करो.
So Vm sin omega t.
Vm sin omega t.
Sir, Vm sin minus 120 degree
Yes,
of
yes.
angle 120
Yes,
degree.
yes, yes. Correct. Okay. It will be opposite direction to the magnetic intensity vectors. Okay. So that will be omega t minus, we will not considering the omega t. Okay. That means your equation should be like this. If I will considering this one. Okay. So it will be the Bm sine minus 120 degree at an angle of 120 degree. That will be my B dash. Okay. And what will be the CC dash? Tell me. BM sine
Sin minus 240 degree.
sine minus 240 degree at an angle of 240 degree. Yes. So these are the three equations we will there. This will be for CC dash. This will be for B dash, and this will be for my BA dash. Okay. So the total magnetic field from all the three coils that we are adding together. So now we are getting the total magnetic field. Okay, which will be the B net magnetic field that we are concerned. Okay, so if we will putting the values of this, if we will putting the values of this, so now you have to write again new pages. Okay, so my finding is that B of A dash, that is equals to 0, B of B dash, that is equals to Bm sine minus 120 degree at an angle 120, and B of CC dash, that is equals to Bm sine minus 240 degree at an angle 240 degree. Okay, so the total magnetic field, so the total magnetic field, some of one is coming. So the total magnetic field from all the three coils, three coils means A dash coil, B dash coil, and C dash coil. Okay, added together, okay, and that will be B net, that is equals to B of A dash plus B of B dash plus B of C dash. Okay, so B of A dash, that is equals to 0. Okay, is it or not? Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then put the values of B dash. Sine of minus 120 degree, what will be the value?
Minus root 3
Root
by
3
2.
by 2. Minus root 3 by 2 into Bm at an angle of 120 degree. That means we are putting the values of sine of minus 120. Okay. Plus, what will be the values of sine
Root 3 by
minus
2.
120? Minus 120 to 40? Tell me.
Root 3 by
Root
2
3 by
pm at an
2.
angle 240
Root
degree.
3 by 2 Bm at an angle 240 degree. Now, if we simplify these equations, okay, then you have to finding out the B net. Okay, if we simplify this equation, you will finding out the total values of B net. Okay, so how could I solve these things? Can you solve this? Can you solve this? Can anyone solve this? What will be the values of B net? Okay, I will give the answer. Okay, you will try in your home. In the next classes, I will check whether you will did or not. Okay, so the values of B net, that will be comes 1.5. 1 second. Degree of cut. So it will come 1.5 Bm minus 120 to 40. That means at an angle minus 90. Okay, so B net will come like this. Okay, so this will be the exact equations for the B net. Okay, you have to solve these things, then it will come. So it will take five more steps. So how would I did these things? You have to remember, because whenever you have to derive this equation, na, you need to considering the axis. Okay, axis vector, x bar and y bar. Okay, so for that cases you have to divide it these particular equations. So you have to remember the what will be the Bm also. Okay, so 120 degree को divide करना है. So how could I divide this 120 degree? So एक तो चीज हम तुमको दिखा दे रहे हैं is this part. So that will be the minus of cos of 120 degree x bar plus sine of 120 degree y bar. So that will be this. Okay, and for this values, again the same thing, that will be the minus cos of 240 degree x mod, and for the sine of 240 degree y mod. Okay, so then from there, what will be the values of cos 240? You have to put this and finding out the values of this. Is it understandable? Is it? बोलो.
Sir, please explain, sir, one more time, sir.
First you will try. Okay. So यहाँ तक तो समझ में आ गया ना? यहाँ तक तो समझ में आ गया? समझ में आया कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first you will try. Okay, to finding out the values of this. Okay, if you will not, then I will try, I will told you. Okay, first you have think in your brain, so how from there it will come like this. Okay, then I will, it is purely the trigonometrical aspect is there. Okay, it's purely mathematics, not more than that. Okay, so purely mathematical. So 120 degree ko, ठीक है, we have to divide it the cos function and the sine functions, because why it should be considering, because the b dash have a cos part and the sine part also, because we are considering the axis, x axis, y axis and the z axis. So that is why we are considering the 120 degree as a cos sine functions and the 240 degree also a cos and sine functions. ओके, एंड ये जो तुमको दिखा रहे हैं ना कि एक्स डैश एक्स मॉड एंड वाई मॉड इज एक्चुअली नथिंग बट ए यूनिट वेक्टर. ओके, इट्स अ यूनिट वेक्टर. Okay, unit vector in the direction of x. Okay, this will be the unit vector for the direction of y. Okay, so now you have to solve these equations. Okay, and you have to finding out the values of b net. Okay, first you will think from your brain. Okay, how could I solve this? If not, then in the next classes I will show how could I find these things. Okay, using the vector representations. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is there any question till now? Anything you have not understood? Tell me. Otherwise, I will stop the session for today. Okay. Is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So I think we will stop the session for today. Okay, we will again re-meet. I think Saturday I have another Saturday, no, Friday I have another class. Okay, so Friday we will meet. Okay. Okay, so all are requested to leave the session for today, because from 11:30 you have another class of principal, sir. So you will join this over here. All are requested to leave. Dilip, Deepa, Karan Tamsa, Suman Kumar, you are requested to leave.